Indian Muslim comedian Munawar Faruqui jailed despite no evidence of blasphemy. Munawar Faruqui was detained following a complaint by members of a right-wing vigilante group in India. He was denied bail twice, despite officials saying that they had no video evidence of him, quote-unquote, insulting Hindu deities. On January 1st, 2021, police arrested Faruqui and 4 others at Monroe's Cafe, which in India's central city of Indore, where the comedians planned to perform. Some critics say that Indian comedian Munawar Faruqui is his arrest is an attack on freedom of speech. As he continues confinement without bail, the well-known comedian now awaits his fate in 2 states after being arrested for allegedly insulting Hindu deities. Each investigation potentially carries a 4-year prison term, but no evidence exists to justify the arrest. On January 13th, Officer Khatri denied that police had such video proof against Faruqui, but he defended Faruqi's arrest. Khatri praised the Hindu vigilantes for being, quote, active and alert. He added, quote, "It didn't really matter," end quote, if Faruqui was innocent of the allegations. A video surfaced of Faruqi's performance in April 2020. Officer Khatri said the video, where the comedian found humor in a popular Hindi song, also proves Faruqi's intent in the 2021 case. Quote, "They were going to do it anyway," he added. So this is insane. The police are openly admitting that they do not have evidence against this comedian, but because he once made a joke about a popular Hindi song, that proves that he intended to blaspheme against Hindu goddesses on the 1st of January. Okay?
Wow.
So this is how far the hurt sentiments are going. Okay? It's insane. To my knowledge, a popular Hindi song is not that's not protected under the law in India. Okay? So I mean, India does have blasphemy laws. If anyone says differently, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay? But those blasphemy laws are specifically regarding religious communities.
Don't say the F word. YouTube will punish us.
I'm feeling passionately about this. So yeah, a popular song has nothing to do with religious sentiments. So this is how far like their control is going, that they feel that because he joked about a popular Hindi song, that this now means that he was going to blaspheme against Hindu goddesses. A lot of other people are talking about how motivation about this is likely because he's a Muslim. Okay? So there's an element of anti-Muslim bigotry that's going on here as well. Because even the implication that a Muslim might even have the potential of making a joke about their goddesses is apparently worthy of him being in jail and denied bail twice for something he didn't even do, that the police openly admit that they had no evidence of him doing. And they praise vigilante groups for beating the crap out of him as they were taking him away to the police station. And the police is even saying it doesn't matter. The police said it doesn't matter if he's innocent of the allegations. To give you guys some more context, the state of Uttar Pradesh is now trying to extradite him to Uttar Pradesh so that they can punish him even more harshly. Uttar Pradesh, which is probably the most vitriolically bigoted state against Muslims in India. Now, so he's facing charges in 2 states where this crime that didn't happen, they're trying to punish him in a state that where it didn't even happen.
Yeah, India. If it's India, like, it's your fault if you're going to be treated like a joke. You're becoming a joke country. You're becoming a ridiculous country. Your entire country is becoming a joke. And it's only your fault, your government's fault, okay? And anybody who elected the BJP. Let me finish this, Rivka. I do want to mention to Darwinian atheists saying hashtag old news. This is something that is so annoying, and you should be ashamed of, like, hashtag old news. There was an update to the story, okay? He was arrested on January 1st, and now there is an update to the story. That's why this is being highlighted. Is, you have such bad takes sometimes, Urban and Atheist in live chat. Like, maybe just because you don't know there's an update to the story, maybe don't assume that this is old news just because you are not up to date yourself. But Rivka, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that. So now this becomes even more draconian and even more controlling, because you don't even have to be directly insulting or supposedly insulting the religion itself or a person or a deity, anything that is Hindu religion. So potentially the food, the language, a song, all of these things that might be adjacent to Hinduism are now protected. So it becomes that it's this thing that no one is allowed to comment on at all in any way. Anything remotely associated with it.
But it's not even specifically no one is allowed to comment. I mean, maybe this is me being the Indian version of woke here.
Right, but particularly Muslims aren't, especially Muslims aren't allowed to comment on anything. Yeah. And that's who it's directed at.
It's
so, hope that, people will start to self-censor, because anything now can be, particularly if you have police praising mobs, saying that they don't even need evidence, just, I feel it, or I think that he might be doing that is enough kind of idea. Or he's Muslim is enough.
Yeah.
So he must be.
The thing is that, so despite Khatri's admissions about the thin to non-existent evidence linking the accused to the crime, all 6 continue to be in judicial custody. Okay, I want to highlight one thing. They're being very clear here. If he did make this joke, that is a crime. Okay, this is how ridiculous this is. On January 13th, they extended judicial custody by 2 more weeks. So they're still in jail for this.
It's like they're looking for they're holding him, and then they're going to go back and see if they can manufacture some sort of evidence for a non-existent crime.
The court charged the 6 accused under sections 295A and a number of other sections of the Indian Penal Code for, quote, deliberately intending to outrage religious feelings, for uttering words, etc., with deliberate intent to wound religious feelings, and for acts done by several persons for the furtherance of common intention. So like I said, it is very clear that this is for a religious purpose, even though even his making a joke about a Hindi song is not religious. It's not covered under that penal code. But that showed his intent to do so in this case. It's crazy. Khatri Singh, a senior counsel at the Bombay High Court, said that the judge had gone beyond the framework of the law. Singh said that the police report did not contain any specific remarks that Faruqui or others had allegedly made against Hindu religious sentiment. Quote, the police should have stated out the exact words used by the accused, what the intention was, and the harm or injury caused by the words, said Singh. Singh said that bail should be bail should have been granted to all of the accused. Bail is a right, as a right, is a rule and not an exception, she said. You cannot arbitrarily decide whether you want to grant it or not. It is only in exceptional circumstances that bail can be refused. So there is obvious just corruption of the standard procedure that is the standard of the law in India in the case of the accused. Oh, Katie is saying, with this crap, Indians still made hashtag India wants blasphemy law trending on Twitter yesterday, at trending all the way at number 4 for FC.
Wow. So this is not, by the way, so if you thought that this is just the government being dumb, it's not. This is actually, this crap is backed up by popular demand.
And it drives me crazy because people want to say, I mean, technically this is accurate that India's blasphemy law was established because of Muslim outrage and violence that happened because of a specific book, right? That did happen. But clearly, if it is trending at number 4 in India, you can't use that excuse and say that this is all the Muslims' fault. Okay? There's a substantial portion of the population that wants to maintain this draconian restriction on free expression.
I do want to read this. Chris, I agree with you, but I do want to clarify something. Saying populism is always is always dangerous, no matter which political affiliation. The source, unfortunately, we in the U.S. were lucky. Trump was so inept. It was closer than I am comfortable with, though. I agree with you, but the thing is that it's not just that in India, it's a lot worse, not just because the BJP is a lot more effective than Trump, but also because the demand for far-right populism is astronomically higher in India. Like all the problems that you think you have with the far right in the United States is legitimate and it's a concern, but it's not even like on a global scale. If you're worried about the far right, you need to be worried about India. The rise of the far right is mostly happening in India. more than anywhere else on the planet. It
And
is
he's
scary.
not exaggerating. That is a fact. The BJP is the world's largest political party. And the world's largest political party is a far-right party. It is also the world's most well-funded party.
Anybody that is anti far right, anybody that is for secularism, they need to pay attention to India, because these values are being threatened in India more than most places. The only other place that could compete with the violation of human rights at the degree that it's happening in India, it's China. But it's basically, yeah. But yeah, so this is insane. Yeah, all right. We should actually maybe highlight this if this is actually real, if that became trending in India, demanding for blasphemy laws. We should, like, that should be its own news.
Yeah, because here we have this dumb Hindu apologetics again.
Yeah,
Muslims want the law. There's no concept of blasphemy in Hindu theology. Whether or not that
you're
is
an
true,
idiot.
which I'm highly skeptical about this claim. Whether or not that's true, it is clearly there is popular and massive demand for it.
Right.
So stop pointing the finger.
No, but can you highlight that again? First of all, you're an idiot. Second of all, it doesn't. Muslims, you speak of Muslims as if they all want the same thing. Muslims are very different from each other. And even if all Muslims wanted blasphemy law, that doesn't mean that it justifies you idiots wanting the blasphemy law. But by you, I don't mean Hindus. I mean you, as in people like you, Shubham. Even if every single Muslim wanted the blasphemy law, which is definitely not true, you're still an idiot for supporting a government that is bringing blasphemy laws. So another thing I want to say, first of all, blasphemy does exist in Hindu theology. We have reviewed the scripture here live on Atheist Republic. Blasphemy is a concept in Hindu theology. But however, if it wasn't a concept in Hindu theology, it is now a concept in Hindu theology. You guys have made it not only a concept in Hindu theology, you have made it a law. You have made Hindu-based law. So it's not only a concept in Hindu theology, it's an enforced concept by the world's largest political party in Hindu theology. And the fact that theology has anything to do with how your government rules is already barbaric backwards, and you should be ashamed for supporting this level of backwardness and anti-progress in your country. And India will be a much better country without people like you, Shubham. Anyway,
Oh, well,
Susanna.
to be fair, I mean, Shubham is telling you to go F yourself right now, but he is clarifying that he doesn't actually want the blasphemy law.
Yeah, but
Because that he's
no.
against it.
Yeah, but still,
But you're giving
denying.
really dumb explanations for it.
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. Sure, you corrected me. You don't want blasphemy laws, but fuck you right back
Oh,
for even for coming up with the dumbass excuses for blasphemy law, even though you don't want blasphemy laws. Like you're doing whataboutism, right? So you're doing whataboutism, like, oh, the Muslims want it, as if they are deserving it. Here's how it works, by the way. So you're like, people say, oh yeah, blasphemy law is not good, or this is not good, but Muslims want it the same. So you are excusing bad shit happening to them. This is very interesting, because this happens, for example, in Pakistan, right? A lot of people are against blasphemy laws in Pakistan, but now that Shias are being the victims of blasphemy laws, even the people who are against blasphemy laws, they're like, yeah, I'm against blasphemy laws, but by the way, let me highlight the fact that the Shias are responsible for uniting with Sunnis at some point in bringing blasphemy laws
against
Ahmadis. So now they're saying, like, yeah, I'm against blasphemy laws, but let me also keep reminding you that, I'm kind of suggesting that Shias deserve this, as if treating them all as a collective, the same way Shubham is treating all Muslims like a collective, okay? Like he says Muslims, as if instead of some Muslims, many Muslims, and suggesting, I know you might deny that you're suggesting that, by the way, Shubham, you are actually for blasphemy laws. Let me clarify that. You are You are for blasphemy laws, because you are suggesting that they deserve this. The same way that people who keep highlighting as if Shias as a collective, as a whole, are responsible for blasphemy laws in Pakistan. That's a suggestion that they deserve what's coming at them. Like they earned this. This is karma coming right back at them, right? So you are actually technically for blasphemy laws, and fuck you right back, Shubham. Anyways.
Well, on that note.
Oh, look at the no. Look. Oh, you're moving to something else. This is how Hindus are getting killed for insulting for Islam. Okay, great. So this is me saying, Shubham saying, I have nothing to say. I'm completely defeated and I'm humiliated by what you pointed out. So I'm just going to move on to something else that is completely a different topic, because I have nothing.
Something else that, as if we wouldn't completely condemn that, is also barbaric and insane.
Yeah, as if like, like as if I am.
No, we're cool with this.
Yeah, as if we're cool with this. Yes. So this is you admitting that you have nothing to say and you're full of shit. All right. So we don't have anything to show.
I love this comment about how we don't know crap about India, because I know the Indian Penal Code better than like many Indians. So
actually, I'm going to claim something else. Actually, it seems based on Shubham's comment, we know more about India than Shubham. So that's for sure. Yes. And also subscribe to our newsletter, because if we get removed from all these platforms, at least we could reach out to you. And guys, by the way, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a free copy. Where's your copy, Susanna? Get it. We're doing promotion. You get a free. It's not even promotion. It's free. Okay, so if you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description, you get a free copy of Why There's No God. Come on, like, I'm handing it out for free. Okay, it's a bestseller on Amazon, and you get it for free. So subscribe to our newsletter and you get a free copy of Why There's No God sent to you. Link in the description.